This guy just throwing his mental notes and then he's like, oh, yeah, you're not frugal. Oh, you spend this. Oh, you said this. Oh,
it's true though. It's true.
He remembers everything about everything. Sala. Kanda kuch hai nahi at the time. Hai na? He's like,
Going to the point, this guy on the show, he's 40, out of shape, not looking good. Right. He said he wants a girl who can speak Hindi, but he doesn't want a girl from India. And I just thought, listen, bro, I don't think you're in a position to be making this specific a demand.
You got to aim high in it. And then whatever comes out, comes out. Because if you don't have anything, like, yeah, take any kudi, koi bhi kudi, munda bhi hove, kudi munda hove, I don't care. Oda naam Indaveer nahi hona chahiye.
What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. We are back in remote settings after having a nice weekend together. Pause. I'm joking. We don't mean it in that way. Obviously, we had a wife present. Anyway, this is getting a bit dodgy. Karan, give me your confessions for this week.
No, you start this time. Always me, huh?
Oh, always me. Oh, poor doctor. Yeah, life is so difficult for me. I just have to show up. Okay. All right.
I just have to shower. You said shower.
I just have to show up. Shower. Yeah, that as well. All right, fine.
That's good.
Karan,
that's good.
Have you been watching Indian Matchmaker?
I have not. I have been told though. My wife is religiously watching it, and I hear a lot of gasping. And then I saw that clip about Seema Aunty and her 20,000 pounds, and I was like, "Yo,
Karan, why are you not watching it? That's the question."
To be honest, I was quite hooked on Cobra Kai, and I've just finished Cobra Kai. But I told you about like my love of Cobra Kai. Now, in my lunchtimes, I've started watching Karate Kid again. I just finished the first Karate Kid today during lunch.
I still think this is like a very Desi show, and we don't get many of these, so you should watch it.
No. I saw the first series. Not that I won't watch it. It's just you know me, man. It's very rare that I watch something at the time everybody's watching it. So it's rare that we have conversations about.
So then, Karan, how the fuck am I supposed to talk to you about it on the podcast?
Don't fikr not, man. I think there was a guy in the last series that everyone was like, "Oh, he's a bit like you, Karan. This is a sing, and he's a doctor, and he's a bhangra."
Yeah, doctor. He could dance in a bhangra team like you. He looked like you as well. To be fair, it's kind of cute.
I heard.
The fact you haven't watched it, oh my god. So basically, this segment is now down to me to run, innit? Yeah.
Well, big man. It's big man things in it. Listen, if your name comes first in the podcast, that's got to mean something, right? You need to hold shit down. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe so.
People don't come up to me and say, what they say? They go, "Oh, are you the doctor that's part of the Indy?" That's what they say.
No, they don't. They just say, "Are you doctor?" They don't say anything else. They just say, "Are you doctor?"
They're like, "You have no name. You're not worthy of a name." That's it.
Listen, when we branded this podcast, you had a choice. And you said doctor.
I can't even remember that conversation. Did I have a choice? I think you came to me, Mr. Wait, ready?
Hashtag marketer, baby.
You did your marketing stuff, and you're like, because if we said Indian doctor, we say fast Indian doctor, you get this
sounds
kind
like Indian doctor,
yeah, exactly. So I don't think I really had a choice. And then it would have been interesting: Indian Karan, Indian jazz, Indian Jaskaran, Indian math. Like there would have been so many different variations, multiverses.
Doesn't really ring that well, does it, mate? Let's be honest.
So let's be honest. Why don't you just get your name legally changed?
Doesn't really ring that well, does it, Karan? Let's be honest.
Yeah, legally get your name changed is basically what you're softly saying. That's great.
Yes.
You know what will be the day, because your wife, the lovely Sanj, actually does call me doctor sometimes. I mean, she calls me Karan as well, but she will actually say, she'll refer to doctor, and then I'll forget that that's me. And she'll be like, "Oh, we should do this with doctor." And I'm like, "Oh, she's talking about me, right?" But the day Shindy says it, I think that will be like, "Oh my God, she's forgotten."
What does Shindy call you, just out of curiosity?
Karan.
Cha.
Yeah, but the day she ever
therefore,
if she said that, it's danger close, man. Go on. Therefore,
1 second.
Therefore,
you know how you have like 100 different names? It should be the name your wife calls you. So because Shindy calls you Karan, you're no longer Jazz. You're no longer anything else. You're no longer Dr. Jazz. You are just Karan. So
it's actually my name.
I was correct in calling you Karan. That's it.
I never said you were not correct.
I feel like there was a bit of contentiousness. I've only got one nickname. You have 100. Big difference.
No, Gingerveer.
That's my sister's name that she calls me. It's not the same thing.
She told me, man. I saw.
Yeah, I know she did.
Pops, and she said before you went into the barn hole to do your lava, She said it to you, man. She said it to you. She said,
Yeah, she did, man.
yeah, she said she was gonna do it, and she did it. So props, man. Okay.
She said she was going to call me Ginger Beer on my wedding day
That's
for
it.
people that don't understand.
That's
You
it.
got to get people in on the joke, Aaron,
Context,
you know?
yeah. Context, baby.
Involve them. Yeah. No one wants to be on the outside. All right.
All right, mate. All right.
Yeah. As a kid, I was called Ginger Beer by kids at school,
Right.
and I didn't like it. And then my sister rebranded me as that and called it me ever since, and it didn't hurt anymore. And she said, "I'm going to call you this on your wedding day before you walk in to do your lava at your wedding." And I said, "Okay." And she actually did. I was like, "Oh, cheers. Can I go and get married now? Thank you." Yeah.
She
All right.
she deconditioned you. She is a big reason why you didn't turn out like all weird. Mad props, man.
I won't go that
Mad
far,
props.
mate.
I know you are a little bit weird, but
I think I'm the result of that, but okay.
you're like, मैं काम किया, मैं कोशिश की.
I did.
I did, man.
Me.
मैं किया.
Oh, you called me one name. Ooh.
Yeah. You're like, bro, I'm son.
So
of
let's pull it
CSK.
back
Huh.
to this.
So tell me, Seema Aunty.
Indian Matchmaker. Right. I sent you that reel. There's been a reel going around of people saying, "Oh, she charges £20,000 or $20,000
So what?
for thing on Matchmaker." I did some digging and I found very different numbers.
Ooh, hello.
So-
hello.
Karan, would you like to tell me how much you think it should be for Indian Matchmaker to be on it?
Sorry, what's the question you're asking? What does she charge as a fee to hook people up?
How much do you think that she charges as a fee? Now, you're familiar with how Desi pricing works, isn't it? So like a lakh, crore, etc.
Yeah, I think 1 crore. No, a lakh is 100,000, but that's not the same. So I think 1 crore is 100,000 pounds. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
No, 1 lakh is £100,000. No, 1 lakh is 100,000. Sorry.
Rupees.
Crore is like
Yeah, no, crore is
rupees,
1 million rupees, but I think that's 100,000 pounds, no?
No, I don't think the rate's that good.
No, but we're thinking big picture, man.
Let me put it in on my phone.
Can't put it in your phone because then, because then we can have some actual context to this conversation. It's always hard. A lakh is 100,000 rupees. A crore is 1 million
Yeah.
rupees. But I want the conversion.
Yeah, 1 million rupees is 10k.
No,
Karan,
It's
I'm doing
not-
it right
it's
now.
not.
I got 6 zeros.
no. 1 million has to be at least 100,000 pounds. That makes no sense.
Then you're on about 10 million.
Nay. Ek crore is just 10,000 pounds.
Yes.
Bro, people aren't going on Bango Crorepati to win 10,000 pounds. I'm telling you. You get
Okay,
this
how
wrong.
much
Yeah.
is a? I think you got it wrong. Is a crore in pounds, rupees? This is such enthralling conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, 10 million rupees converted. Yeah, it's 10 million. You dumb. That's what I just said. The fact that you're arguing with Google shows how arrogant you are as a doctor.
No,
Okay,
why are
listen.
you being doctor into it? What did you put in? Convert what to what?
How much is a crore in pounds?
Yes, why do you keep going from 10 million? I asked what 1 crore is. Where is 10 million
I said 1 crore is 10 million.
rupees?
Yes. Which is 100,000 pounds.
No. Why would 1 crore is 1 million? That makes no sense.
1 crore is.
1 crore is 1 million. That makes more sense.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
No.
hang
No,
on.
we're saying the same thing. Then. All right, yeah. 1 crore, you're saying is 10 million rupees, which equals 100,000 pounds. So 1 crore is 100,000 pounds, which is what I said at the start, you idiot.
Yes, but you were saying it was.
Yeah, I was saying it's a million
Okay, fine.
rupees, but whatever that
Yeah,
definition
thank
was.
you,
Right.
thank you.
No.
Give me my
No,
W,
there's no
okay?
W.
Give me my dub.
Go up.
Give me my dub.
1 crore is 100,000 pounds. I said that at the start, but you started to define a crore. I was like, I don't care what the crore is, right? 1 crore is 100,000 pounds.
No, because people need to understand what a crore is
Just
for
say
this
it's
conversation to have any validity.
So say 100,000 pounds. That's what they need to understand. That's it.
No, but they need to understand how much it is in physical rupee terms. Because if I just say random things to you, like, oh yeah, a crore is just a random amount of money, you're going to be like, what's the actual numerical value
100 grand,
behind it?
100 grand. So we're talking English money, right? You want me to guess what the English
Yes,
money
but
is.
in rupees,
Got it.
it
Got
is a crore
It's
is 10 million.
rupees. हाँ, ठीक है, समझ गया.
Samajhing?
100,000 pounds. 100,000 pounds. Bottom line, okay? That's what
Oh
we need
my
to know.
God.
That's
My
what we need to
heart's going, man. Jesus, that was a lot
I'm
of
going to
work.
shock you in a second. I'm going to defibrillate you in a second. Now they're key. Right, so so your question is, how much did she charge, right? And the figure going around was what, 20 grand
Yeah.
pounds.
That figure's overestimated, I'm telling you now.
The thing,
From what I
no,
can
but the thing
find
is,
out,
I heard
it's
that and I was like, yeah, that's not unheard of, man. Like the people I'm around on these courses, they charge 50 to 100K. I got a guy who charges coaching clients 100K.
But this is matchmaking.
Look at
It's
the
not-
level she's on. Bro, you got Netflix
It's not the
show.
same thing, bro. If she's charging people in India
Yeah.
that much, that's a lot of money for India
No,
compared
no.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
UK.
but look at the clientele. I mean, if you've got people like the Ambanis, that level, and you charge them 20 grand, it's nothing to them, man. Nothing.
I don't know who the Ambanis are, but okay.
Third richest man in the world, man. Come on, you should know that, bro.
I didn't know that.
So Ambani, the Ambani group, anyway, the side point, but yeah, the people she rolls with, obviously there's gonna be some normal people. The people on the show, a lot of them, they get a lot of money, man. The very rich in India are very, very, very rich.
I'm aware of that,
Yeah.
but that's a 1% that I
Yeah,
don't think she's targeting. I think she's targeting like a middle.
I don't know, man. The first series I saw, the people on there, they were very wealthy, man. Anyway, okay, so if it's not 20 grand, that's overestimated. I'm going to venture 5 grand.
5 grand
£5
in
pounds.
GBP.
Yeah.
£5.
Grand. Not £5, bro.
GBP. 5,000 GBP.
GDP, yeah. What are you saying? GBP? Chat GBT?
GBP. Great British Pounds.
GBP?
That's currency.
GDP? Yeah. You're right. GBR?
Gross Domestic Product.
Go on.
Okay, all right. How much do you think? Okay,
5K.
hang on.
What are you saying?
5K, yeah? Okay. Let me just put it in. So hang on. 5K
Oh, okay,
is...
conversion now. Yeah.
I'm doing the conversion.
Rupe?
Okay.
Rupe can
This is fucking hurting my head, man. I don't like it. Okay.
We should bring CSK. He would know.
My dad will go on
Do
a
you know what?
random
Your
rampage, man.
dad
This isn't going to
could
work.
come in and undercut Seema. CSK could have his own show. Oh my god. Oh
man.
my god.
Stop it,
International
man. We're not giving
Pradhan.
my dad his TV show. We're not doing it, man.
Yo.
We already know he's an international...
Listen.
We know he's an international sarpanch.
Listen,
okay,
listen,
that's
listen.
as far as
All
it
I'm
goes.
saying is, right, you know this goodie that everyone's hating on, right? If she had a hissy fit and CSK saw it,
Giri Guri?
I don't know, apparently there's some goodie that everyone hates and she's a bit of a goodie in the show.
There's one of those every season,
Well,
unfortunately.
Shindy mentioned one of them, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
But imagine she had like, for camera, had a bit of a hissy fit and CSK was there, International Don Pradhan. What would he say?
I don't know. It would be like, everybody chill. Everybody
If you
cool
need
down.
a cool.
That's what he would definitely say. 100% he would.
Oh, I love it, man.
Okay, so you said £5,000 in sterling, which is
Like
500,000 rupees, which is
50,
I don't
50
know how
lakh.
much this is now. This is so
A
confusing.
lakh? No, lakh is 100,000 rupees. So it's not
Yes, a lakh. So it's 5 lakh.
5 lakh. Yeah, okay.
5 lakh. That's pretty close. The actual amount going that she charges is 1 lakh to 5 lakh,
So 1 to 5
which
lakh.
varies from £1,000 to
Yeah, 1
£5,000.
grand. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a pretty decent amount, I'd say. But within the terms and conditions, from what I could see, it doesn't say how many matches she gives you, how many times she's going to attempt with you. Because from season to season, people have just dropped out. And I don't know if that's because she says, look, you get like X amount at once. And then after that, if I can't do it, I'm finished. But yeah, it was less than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be way more than that.
Archie, you thought the fee would be higher.
Yeah, I thought the fee would be about 10 grand because that's the amount that people have been spitting out saying, oh, this is how much she's charging. One reel, you've seen it, one reel can simply go viral and do that and put all that misinformation out there. I want to see as to where that figure came from. This is from a news article, so I'm like, okay, that seems somewhat
more
certified
credibility,
and reputable. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of differences out there that people are going to have. But yeah, man, that was interesting. I can't believe it's that cheap. Would you go for it if you haven't met anyone? That's the question.
Would I use a matchmaker? That's an interesting thing. I don't know if I go straight there. I think my initial thing would be maybe like a dating app to try and meet people. For me, maybe it would be like okay, things really aren't, and I want to. It's like it's a paid solution. It's obviously faster, isn't it? Like the app kind of usage is still going to be dependent on you. You got to put effort in. You got to do all that. This is like here's a person. They're doing kind of the vetting, the matchmaking, whatever.
Yeah.
I think I would if nothing else was happening. But you'd really have to understand like kind of the caliber of what you're going to get, and obviously there can't be any guarantees. Someone can't guarantee you're going to get married.
Mate, there's no guarantee at all.
There you go. If you got the surplus cash, and obviously look, some people obviously they get to a point where you want to get on with that part in your life, and you want to get things moving, and this is the next logical step. And there's that, there's kids, there's house, there's da. Yeah, I think so. How about you?
A few people on that show are absolutely entitled beyond belief. And it surprises me how little self-awareness a lot of them have, where they just don't see, listen, you're not exactly the dog's bollocks, are you? Let's be honest. Yeah, you are not the best looking. You're 40. You got massive beard. It's not looking good for you, bro.
You clearly
And
don't do the
he's there
same.
saying, and there's one guy who's a doctor himself,
You
right?
hate doctors.
40,
You hate on doctors, man.
living on his own. I don't hate.
You clearly
doctors.
do, man. You're a Doctor Basher. You are.
Hey, I don't have a
You're
problem
Doctor
with you.
Basher.
I'm a Doctor Basher, but I do a
Dr. Basher.
podcast with him every week.
Yeah,
Shut
man,
up, man.
that's
If
it.
anything, I'm doing the server
Do the
of
NHS
everyone
server.
across the world.
Clapping every
I'm
week.
giving you space and
Clapping
time
every week.
to be. I'm giving you the time and space for you to be, okay. And yeah, I feel better this week. I don't need to journal anymore. That's what you said. Those are your words. Yeah.
You know
I don't
what?
need to journal
Do you know
anymore,
what?
do the podcast.
Ooh,
Nick, yeah.
Saleh.
Nick, yeah.
Guys, we
Nick, yeah.
meet up, right? And we have some open, honest feedback time. And, this guy just throwing his mental notes. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you're not frugal. Oh, you spend
What?
this. Oh, you said this. Oh,
It's true, though. It's true.
He remembers everything about everything. Salah. Kanda kuch hai nahi at the time. Hai na? He's like, Me and Sanj have the conversation. He sits there. Yeah, exactly. Just doing that. Like, oh, I can use that there.
Anyway,
Anywho.
going to the point, this guy on the show, he's 40, out of shape, not looking good.
Right.
He said he wants a girl who can speak Hindi, but he doesn't want a girl from India.
Wait. Oh,
So he
okay,
wants somebody who
okay.
is
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Hindi.
But able to
And
speak
I just
Hindi.
thought, listen, bro, I don't think you're in a position to be making this specific a demand. Like, it's okay. It doesn't matter if they can and can't speak your language. People can still understand the cultural beliefs and stuff and go with it. You're not exactly going to be sitting there speaking Hindi to them all the time. That's a different conversation that I don't think you'll be having. Otherwise, you would go and marry someone from India.
Yeah, I wonder if it's for him or he's saying it more like, you should be able to speak Hindi so you can speak to my mum or my parents. Maybe they don't speak English.
Well, if you watch the show,
Right.
you would know.
That his parents have no problem with English. Okay, fine.
It doesn't seem like it. I don't think his parents said that. He said it's more something that he wanted. His parents didn't insist on it. I don't know if that's editing, but it was put across. It was something that he was insistent upon.
Okay. I guess the other thing is that, you you spend that amount of money, like, you might as well, like, put all your kind of, your wish list in there and be like, okay, I want this, and this. You got to aim high in it. And then whatever comes out, comes out. Because if you don't have anything, like, yeah, take any kudi, koi bhi kudi, munda bhi hove, kudi munda hove, I don't care. Or the naam
this is where
Indaveer
you're showing-
nahi hona chahiye.
This is where you're showing the lack of self-awareness again in the show. Because
God.
the golden line that Seema Aunty
Seema
says
Aunty.
is, it's not a wish list I'm going to be able to get you everything.
Obviously,
you have to be open
obviously.
to some
Compromise,
compromise.
huh?
You must do some compromise. Huh?
Compromise. Oh.
You cannot get everything.
No, obviously.
I cannot do that for you.
But you got to have something now. You can't just be like, I want any girl. You got to start somewhere.
I know you can't do that,
Do you know what I mean?
but he still needs to. You have to let a couple things go.
Yeah.
For example, if you're 40 and you're fishing in the pond of
I
30,
love you. You're just like, he's basically too old. He's got a tid. No one cares you're a
He is
doctor
old,
anymore. You
man.
ain't no star anymore. Right? Plenty of doctors in
That's
the
it,
world.
man.
You're in India, bro. There's definitely plenty of doctors in India. There ain't no big thing there.
No, he isn't in India. The guy's based in Delhi.
Kate? Cali. Oh,
Cali.
LA, baby. Okay.
LA.
Okay. Man's like Coachella vibes, yeah. He thinks he's the GOAT, right? He thinks he's that Diljit, huh? Man,
Yeah,
he's
it
not-
wasn't
he's
looking
not
good for
that.
him, bro.
Okay.
No. So, yeah, I've never seen somebody fail upwards as much as Seema Aunty. Her record is absolutely abysmal.
Right.
2 seasons, not a single match. 3rd season, it starts showing like, oh, okay, there's hope for one couple that's actually come through.
Yeah.
And they're milking the shit out of it on the show. Like, look how good it is. Look how good it is. Look how good it is. And now they're trying to attribute people that other people have ended up with off the show.
Right.
And they're saying, oh, was it because Seema Aunty got you open to being available to seeing other people? And I'm thinking, listen,
Stretch.
you guys are really
Stretch.
pushing it. You're reaching hard.
man.
And you just want the viewer numbers. I understand it because I'll watch it. I'll sit there and watch it and criticize the shit out of it. But it's really ironic to sit and think, wow, they're really gunning for any success story that they can get.
Yeah, I guess it's not affecting her. Like you said, it's not affecting her numbers and viewership. Her marketing's still strong, so I bet she doesn't care, man. She's like, Minukia, like, I got my show, I'm doing my work, I'm getting P.
But you should care because that's a running reputation of. Put it this way: you are based on results, aren't you?
Well, clearly not.
You are judged by the results you get.
Absolutely, you should be.
She was for God knows how many for 2 seasons.
Yeah, but then again, that's just an isolated pool. Like, she must do matchmaking that's not on the show, and we don't see that. And maybe she's doing well there. But yes, you're right. There is a KPI. The KPI should be that. Who knows?
If I was to give you a matchmaker, Karan, and say, okay, just blind CV it. This matchmaker has done X amount of couples and they've got 0 return. would you be like, yes, I want to pay them £1,000 to £5,000?
If I can be on Netflix and be famous, yes, maybe.
And that's why I think people are doing it, you know. I think people actually are doing it because they want to get on and they want to get a little bit of clout.
Yeah.
And that could be, that is definitely a part of it. There is some marketing that goes into it, I'm sure, for themselves. And that's a small price to pay if you think about it. I'm paying X amount to be on a show. Could get something out of it. Could maybe get a sponsorship deal.
Yeah, everyone's told that. The real magic isn't this, right? It's on the back end because you get discovered, right? And then you could get sponsored deals. Like, bullshit. You've got
Really? You don't believe it?
No, I believe it, but you've got to be like, I don't think any of these guys are going to get it, right? You've got to have something. There's got to be a spark that, there's got to be a reason that someone's going to be like, oh yeah, I could do something with that. It's very easy just to say in the front end, yeah, you could get it. So
yeah, you'll get Beppy. Yeah. Easy. Like what?
do you know what I mean? Like, you think you're going to feature on the Indian Doctor podcast? No, it's not that easy.
See what I mean?
Don't be silly.
I think she is. She's a modern day Frank Lampard for people that don't understand. So she somehow, no matter what she does, she keeps failing better and better. Wow. So Frank Lampard, for those who don't understand, he went
Chelsea?
to Derby County.
Okay.
Didn't get into the playoffs. Then went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Got them Champions League, which is a good success. Yeah. Then he did horribly shit the following season. Got sacked. Said his players were not up to it. The players then won the Champions League the same season. After he got sacked, putting him to shame. Yeah. He then went to Everton, nearly got them relegated, saved them, then got sacked from them this season. Right. Now he's gone back to Chelsea, and he has 6 games, I think it is. He's lost 6 in a row.
Okay.
I've never seen somebody continuously fail into more and more better opportunities. Imagine getting a second bite of the cherry at your old job and you do worse than the first time.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about this before, man, how this pool of people who become football managers.
Nepotism, bro.
Like, it's just this buddhe man who like 70, 80 is, oh, me fail ho gaya. Agle hafte, yeah, I'm signing a tech club. That bloody, what's his name? Fat Sam, Big Sam.
Sam Allardyce, baby, he's back again.
Bro, he has coached everybody, man. He's going to bloody, by the end of life, he's going to be like, my India the team. Oh, we managed to man.
Did you hear what he said? He said, I am a better manager than Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Mikel Arteta.
All put together.
Because he says, I have like the same level of knowledge and understanding as him.
Zero application.
And I just think, listen,
zero application.
Chill.
Yeah. You need
chill,
to
bro.
pipe down, mate.
Chill.
That's like all these guys giving it 10 like they think they can podcast, isn't it? Like, no, you can't, mate. Better this, Halio.
Better.
Yeah.
There you go. Better. I'm done. That's me finished. I'm stepping back now. The floor is yours.
Cool. Confession on a brown Monday.
You know you're off center.
Yeah, sorry. Does that annoy you? Is that better?
Yeah, it kind of does, I'm not going to lie. I can see a penguin in the background.
Oh, Clementine. I haven't talked about Clementine.
Yeah, there's a penguin there. For people that are watching on YouTube, there is a penguin behind Karan. Actually, quick pause.
Cool.
Let's take a break. People, can you just drop us a review on Spotify or... I was going to say iTunes. Fucking hell. Apple Podcasts. That's the one. That one. Or Google Podcasts. Just jump on your phone real quick if you are listening to this and just hit 5 stars and just say...
Why?
Who you like more, me or Karan. Yeah. Very happy to hear that. But it would be super helpful because it gets us charted and more viewers and more listeners, which only helps me and Karan give you guys more and more content and better ideas. Anyway, continue on, Karan.
Clementine. So you can't see, but Clementine is our little penguin who has 2 faces, an angry face and a happy face.
Ah, yes, the inside-out dog.
You've seen Clementine. So Clementine is currently got the angry face. So in place of Shindy, there's a Clementine. So she is there. Yeah. So sometimes if I come back late or I'm podcasting too much, right, and she just is like, what you doing, right? Stop chatting shit. She'll set Clementine up in a way and I'll just walk in and I'll see this angry little face. And it just mimics Shindy's angry little face. So yeah, that's Clementine. Funny thing, man. So both of my private medical work, my normal medical work, I have to ask a very, very simple question to people. And I'll ask you that question, Indy. So imagine you've come in as a patient or a client, right? And it's like, hi, and I'll confirm your name, right? Yeah, no, you come in.
Hi, doctor.
Yeah, hi, you okay? Just can I confirm your name?
Thanks.
What's your name?
Yep, Indy.
Okay. And how old are you, Indy?
I am 31.
Perfect.
Perfect. Sorry, I'm 31.
Did we not talk about this?
I had a moment.
Yeah, you had a moment where you realised how old you are, number one. But number two, you're not supposed to say that. We've gone over this now.
Sorry, man. It's the instinct I'm trying to cut out.
Stop it, okay? It's not good, man.
I'd rather do that than drop F-bombs and S-bombs everywhere. Trust me.
there's one person I responded to in that comment about that clip, and I was like, one of my older friend's dads, right? He says it PC, right? In normal conversation, when he's talking about things that aren't like anger. I don't know if you saw that comment I wrote, right? One time I was around him and he was talking about like a washing machine. And he's like, oh, man, washing machine jaldi. And I was like, this is so disproportionate. I was like, it's a washing machine, man. And you got this much anger. And I asked my friend and he was like, but to them, it's so deconditioned, right? Like it's not like it's lost value in the vocabulary. It's just like a normal, like,
it has no meaning. It doesn't even hurt anymore.
Right. And I was just like, what's the washing machine done to you, man? I was like, you need to chill out, man. Anyway, I distracted from the point. So you answered the question perfectly. You said, I'm 31, right? The number of people who I asked this question to, and this is what they say, Indy. Well, this year I'll be 32. And I'm like, okay, so you're 31 now then? And they're like, yeah, I guess I am. I was like, why don't you just say that? I was like, it's just the weirdest thing ever. Some of them, I don't know if this is an Asian thing, right? This is definitely going to be an Asian thing. But there's some Asian people who don't celebrate birthdays. I didn't know that was a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's some Asian people who don't celebrate birthdays. There's this concept about it's just 1 year closer to death. And it's a big thing, man. I didn't realize this till I asked people. Wow. Because when you ask someone your age, you just know it. Like, how do you forget how old you are? Right? Or you see them like, well, I was born in this year. And then like, their mental maths is like, before I used to let them try and work it out. And I'm like, this is just too slow. So I just have my calculator ready. It's like, when you're born, have you had a birthday this year? And I just calculate it, right?
Have you had a birthday this year? Wow.
As in, if say,
because they don't celebrate it, it's not a memorable date for them. So they take a bit of time to think about it.
What I mean is, when you do the maths, if it's 2023 minus the year they're born, say we're doing it now, right? But the birthday is yet to come, then that answer is that -1 because they've not had the birthday yet. That's why.
Yeah.
You got me. But I'm like, yes, you got those people who don't know how old they are. Then they have to calculate their age. Or you have the people that say, I'll be 35 this year. Why would you answer a question in that way? It just frustrates me. I have to sit there going, so you're 34 now then, aren't you? Yeah. Like, do you want me to write it on a sticker, put it on your head? This is how old I am. I don't care how old you're going to be. Just tell me how old you are now.
I think it's because
what?
It hasn't hit them. Like, oh, I've got one coming up. Because they're thinking about life, innit? They're busy.
Bro, it's a
they're
standard medical question. How old are you? I didn't know before this like there was any other way of answering that question. It's like saying, it's like giving me a maths riddle. It's like, well, 4 years ago I was 37. You know what I mean? Imagine someone did that and I'll be like, okay, you know those questions you see on Facebook, do this if you're clever. John had 2 eggs and then he did this, and how many Ande came out of these eggs, or some bullshit like that, right? This guy's like, well, I have 2 children and they were born here and I am not this age. How old am I? Pisses me off, man. Really pisses me off. Right, so that was one confession. I'm just going to get the other confession now.
So hang on. The question is, if someone comes up to you and says, I don't know how old I am, or they're just guessing, how do you skip ahead and get to that moment? With every patient now, regardless of how they are, do you just say date of birth?
As in, how do I ask the question, you mean?
Do you just say, give me a date of birth and calculate it and just pre-populate it?
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, most settings, I'll have the date of birth given to me already. I'll just confirm it. I'm like, you born. Well, I don't even need it's just born 84, born 82, born 90. And sometimes when it's close enough to my year of birth.
Even then, the margin for error is big, man. 365 days is still a bit of a swing.
What do you mean?
If you say, yeah, you're born in 81, they could be like, yeah, I am born in 81. And then all of a sudden...
No, what I mean is I've got the full date of birth, but I don't need to confirm the date and the month. I'm just like, you're born this year? Yeah, fine, I'll do the maths. That's fine. For some forms, it's more important. Some forms, it's less important. But it's just, how can you not know the answer to that question? Like, look, I get it. If you're elderly, you're at the point now where you're getting dementia and, you're forgetting things. Okay, fine, maybe. But these like young people... like under the age of 50 and they're just like, I think I'm this old, or I'm going to be this year. And I'm just like, it's a basic question. I was like, this is just the start. I have to ask you much more difficult questions. And you are struggling on this question. I was like, this is not going very well. And the thing is, right?
It's only going to get worse, bro.
Yeah. Then oh God, then it's like, okay, so how much do you weigh? But I've had to make that question easier now because people really get worried about it. They think it's a test. It's like, it's not a test. I don't need to know the exact weight. So you know how I get people to give me answers? Because I get people that go, I don't know. I really don't know. Right? This is how I have to get them. If you had to guess, what would you say? And then I go, and then I start working on my laptop until the answer. Well, if I had to guess, then I would say I'm probably about 80 kilograms. I'm like, how was it that hard? Was it really that hard? Right? Height, no one has a problem with. Everybody knows their height.
Yeah, but that's because your height doesn't fluctuate.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. That's quite
true,
simple.
true.
Your height isn't fluctuating.
Yeah. No, but age doesn't age does fluctuate, but it doesn't fluctuate like oddly. It only goes up, man. Like the people still don't get that one.
But weight fluctuates heavily.
Yeah. Which is why I say just an approximation. I don't need to know your ideal body weight. I don't care what happened in COVID, and people tell me stories. Well, oh yeah, put on a few. Oh, they call it something. What do they call it? COVID pounds. So someone said something the other day. He had
COVID weight.
No, he had like a rhyme, and I was like, oh wow, do people actually call it that? COVID. It rhymes with COVID, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, that's rage over. Just when I ask you how old you are, just tell me how old you are, okay? Don't make me do the maths.
10 minutes ro. Tell
10
me.
minutes ro.
Jaldi kar.
Bas. All right, cool. Next thing. Why do Punjabi people, and probably Indian people as a whole, Indavir, Jinjavir Singh, Jagat Singh, Jeet Khera,
Jagjit Singh.
yeah,
Yes.
Jagat Singh, have this obsession with covering everything with plastic? Right?
We're on to this now.
That's
Okay.
tell me.
To give it that new feel, Karan. Give it that fresh feel. Brand new. You know what pisses me off? When Sanj buys a new phone and she doesn't want to take the front cover off for a little bit. The cover that comes on the phone is a complimentary thing. It's not even a screen protector. It's just a little thing. She doesn't like pulling it off. I say, take it off now. No, I want to keep it on. I said, take it off right now or else I'm going to pull it off. And then I pull it off. Why'd you do that? I said, because you're not going to be able to keep this on. Stop being like our parents. Just please move on.
Stop being like I'm going to break this cycle now.
Yeah, man. I got to break that thing early. Come on, man. I can't be passing that on to the next generation. Surely not.
But yeah, I just don't get it, man. It's like you buy this cheese, this nummy cheese, and you want to experience the cheese. Like a table, right? But then the table gets covered and you realize that the only time you're going to see the table in its unique beauty is when you see it in the store, when it's installed at your house, and that's it. And maybe when the kapra is being
when
washed.
you were changing the table.
Yeah, exactly. And you get like a glimpse. You're like, "Kinna sona mahogany the table." You know what I mean? And then it's like, no.
nice.
But then it's like you look at it, it's like, don't look at it, cover it, can't have light on it. That's oh my god, top is another one. My dad, he's obsessed, man. Like if there's too much top on the sofa, and then the sofa loses color, so dad's like, top of sunlight, right? Ruins the color of some of the sofas where we have.
It does. In our conservatory, we've got stuff that we have to cover in there now because the sunlight has completely obliterated through a few of our covers. It's actually quite annoying how bad
you've got to cover it with stuff, but it's just like it just fits into that whole thing about we have to cover things. You have to cover remotes, man. Growing up, did you ever have the?
But that's stopped now, which is good.
It has, but I don't know if you ever had this, but obviously, I think I had a couple of Gorda friends that did the same thing, but they had actual specific remote covers, right? Whereas
the one that fit on the Sky remote perfectly on the front.
Right. So there's it's like an actual thing. It's a design product. Whereas ours was, the Polly Pocket, the A4 sleeve, right?
Yeah.
You put it in there and then you fold it back and then you wrap around it or you put tape on it and then you just like.
Or as soon as it comes, as you buy the TV, it's just stuck in that little thing and it never gets taken off. And I just think, isn't that gathering like an absolutely insane amount of like bacteria and shit all over it?
No, listen, you can't have anything. I remember.
Can't have anything touch the thing beneath, can you?
Yeah, I remember a funny story once. My friend Gedish.
How do you change the battery?
Yeah, and then you got to like surgically dissect, get through there, you do operation. Can't you got it? Because there's so much sellotape. You know what I mean? Like this is Desi, like shh. You wrap it around like 10 times. How do you sellotape mukki hona? But the thing will stay clean. So I remember one time back in my old house, my mate Gedish, he came over, we were chilling, and he saw it. He's Punjabi as well, and he's like, "Why'd you do this?" I was like, "Just ask Dad," and Dad's there. And so you asked Dad, right? And so Dad was just like walking through the room, whatever. He's met my friend. I don't think he's met Gedish that often, whatever. So he goes like, "Uncle, so why do you cover the remote?" Out of nowhere, Dad's like, "Well, otherwise you get shit that fucks it up." Oh yeah, and I was like, "Dad, why are you swearing?" I was like, "You're like completely chill, yeah?" He asked you a normal question, and you gave him like this. high level, this like PC level answer. And then I was like in shock, and then Dad just walked out laughing, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like he's trolling me. He's trolling me, man. He's like, "Yeah."
Straight up, he's trolling me.
Yeah.
He did not mean that
He's
at
just
all.
he's letting my friend know it, like who's boss in it. But yeah, guys, just tell us, man. What do your families cover? Do you cover?
Yeah, comment below.
Like, what
do you guys still
cover?
cover anything now?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Gaddi, Indy, in the Gaddi, what do? Do you have floor mats?
Yeah, you need floor mats though.
But-
That's for mud.
Have you got two though?
Yes, I do have two.
Right.
Yes,
So
do
I
have
think
two.
again, I've seen some people's cars where they just have one, and then they see the rubber one that because you got the fabricy one, and then you have the rubber one,
Yeah.
which all Punjabi people have.
Yeah.
You're right. And then they
Yeah.
see it in the car, and
Yeah,
they're like, "Jazz, why do you have this?" I was like, "I don't know. I grew up like this, and this is normal in our house, and every Gaddi has this. Like you buy Nimi Gaddi, it's like rubber mat pa de. No, rubber mat pa de.
Why do we have two? Actually,
See,
That's a good
because we're
question. Is it
Punjabi,
just
bro. That's what it is.
Oh,
The thing-
you
'cause
actually made me think.
The thing is, we can actually get rid of the fabric one and just have the rubber. But I think they think
the fabric one's nice. The fabric.
that's what I'm
one's
going to say. That's the nice kind of premium feel, right?
Oh, got it. Because the rubber one on top gets all the friction and it's rubber. It doesn't rub away. If you leave the fabric one, that wears away very quickly, and then you start getting holes through it. That's why they do it.
No.
If anything, it's the semi-preserve the bottom mat.
No, but that's my point. So you don't really need the bottom one. You could just have the rubber if you wanted.
Yeah, but the bottom one like covers the whole bottom part of it. Like the rubber one covers like this much, yeah. And the full one's this big, but it's just that little bit where your feet are going to reside the whole time.
Oh, I don't know. Mine are pretty mapped. Mine are like the same size.
Really? Is it perfect? Flush.
Flush.
Achha, I haven't got that.
So yeah. So dining tables, remotes. What else do we
I
cover?
feel like dining tables have now been replaced by actual tablecloths, which is a step in the right direction.
That's true.
I mean, it's
That's
the
true.
equivalent of a phone case, really, if you think about it.
Listen, don't make this okay. Just don't make this okay, man. What else do Punjabi people cover, man?
Do you know how infrequently I take this phone out of its case?
You should do it sometimes because it's ganda, then you should like saaswai.
No. That's the only time I do it to
Yeah,
clean it.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm following the footsteps of my parents.
Jaga, you are son of CSK. You can't escape your destiny. Okay. If you're going to become an international
I
pradhan,
shall.
then you just need to do it.
Do you know how much I've escaped being like my dad? I stopped hoarding because today, Karan, I got a new keyboard and I gave away my old keyboard,
hello.
mouse, and thingy. Yeah.
Kenny's had an influence on you.
It's right here. Look, I'll
Come on
show
then,
you.
show us the camera. Kenny, this is for you. Oh God, that is Kenny's one. God, oh God, this is Logitech. You got Logitech mouse. Oh God, your OCD.
I got the Logitech mouse.
Show him
too,
the
baby.
mouse. Oh, SLR, baby.
Yeah.
Guys, if you don't understand, he's got the SLR of keyboards and mouse.
Mate,
Nice
this
now.
keyboard
Right.
feels sensational. And I passed it on to Sanj. I said, Sanj,
Just tap on it.
type on
Type
it.
kar de.
And she
Tippy
said,
tap.
Indy, it feels like the same. Feels like any other keyboard. I said, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
You
It's
then
not.
you, listen. What you know? What you
not.
say about? You say, woman, you have no appreciation of the finer things in life.
I'll say, Sanj, this is why you can't have
That's
nice
it.
things. That's what I
That's
should
it,
have
mate.
said.
That's what you
This
say.
is why you can't have
tell
nice
her, man.
things, okay?
You tell her. That's right. Yeah.
No, it's a fantastic keyboard, man. Thank you to Kenny for telling me about this. Honestly, it's blown my mind.
Very
But
good.
I went on the WhatsApp group with our flat and people who live in this flat and the flat next to us, and I just said I got a spare keyboard and mouse, works fine. Who wants it? Someone said I'll take it. Gave it to the guy. He was super happy with it. I said, yeah,
Bro,
take it,
like
man. Cool.
the man's like, you use this. You're on the Indian Doctor podcast and you've touched this. Like, whoa, bro.
He didn't say that at all, man.
He's
He didn't
thinking
even
that.
know who I was.
Man knows
He was
about it.
expecting he was expecting Sanj to open the door, not me.
It's Harry Singh opens the
So-
door. Like, hello.
Okay, hi.
He did the eyes. Hello,
There you
hello,
go.
hello. You want a keyboard? I give you a mouse keyboard. Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Done.
go.
Finished.
Jello.
Well happy. That is my good deed for the day. But I've stopped hoarding. That's why I'm not like my dad. Thank you very much.
All right, cool.
Garan, you have a question for me. Tell me your question, please.
I literally
My
just
friend.
said go first, and
No,
then you
I
just
want
put me
you
on the
to go
spot.
first.
You little you little. Right, so there's this one dude at work, right, who brown guy. Every time we have a conversation, he tries to make it about Punjab because he thinks he thinks I know about Punjab. I'm obviously Punjabi.
All the
he knows that.
politics.
Yeah, right. And he knows I speak Punjabi. Fine, and we'll have a conversation Urdu Punjabi mix, right? But he just assumed I'm really clued up, right? And so he'll start talking about stuff like Zameen, and Ketan and how land has changed since 47. Like really, really deep stuff, right? And I haven't got the heart to tell him, like, bro,
I'm not that clued up.
I can go along with the conversation. I can maybe put you in touch with Harvey Mandir, and you can have a very good conversation.
Yeah.
Right? But so we have this repeated conversation. It's like Groundhog Day where we have the same conversation. It's every couple of weeks the same, whatever. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, how do you end a conversation? What is your tech as Indy?
So if I'm in a social environment, I'll say, "Oh, I'm just going to pop over there for a sec. I'll be back," and then I don't return.
Wow, you're pretty like.
I've dealt with many of these situations. That's how I do it. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm just going to pop over there. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec, and then.
So when you say social setting, what do you mean? You're at a party?
So if you're at like a big bar with like a few people that you're friends with, and the conversation's been going on for a little bit, and you want to talk to someone else. I either say one of two things. I say, number one, "Oh, I'm just going to pop over there. I'll be back in a sec." Or, "I'm just going to grab a shake. I'll be back in a sec." Or it's, "I'm going to pop to the loo, back in a bit." And then when you come out, you slink off and talk to someone else.
Oh, so you generally go to the loo, though? You don't lie about it.
I'm like, I'll go to the loo even if I don't need to, just to like have a couple minutes to myself.
Oh, me time.
Me time. You need it. Debrief. Chill in the toilets, get your breath back,
Okay. So that's fine, because in that scenario, you can get lost. That's the thing. There's enough people for you to get lost, and you could genuinely, it'd be plausible that... Because if you bump into someone, they start talking, you're not going to be like, "Hey, I'm going to go back." So that's fine. But you actively mislead people. You give them some sort of false hope that you can come back, but you never come back. Has anyone come to find you? Like, "Hey, Indy, hey, let's finish that conversation." No one's ever managed to claw their way back.
They understand everyone else, or they move on. People have short memories. They move on as well. Because they're not going to be standing there just waiting for you like...
When's Indy coming? Is Indy coming back? I'm waiting for it. Like somebody comes to speak to them. Sorry, I can't speak to you because I'm waiting for Indy to come back.
Yeah, no one's going to say that. No one. Not even my wife says that, okay? So I don't expect that from random people that either I'm working with or I'm friends with.
Right, but that's my next part of the question though. But when you work with someone, like I'm on the same shift as this guy. We're going to see each other.
Yeah, it's different.
Right.
It's different.
So what's the tech?
There was
what's the tech as a...
I used to work with one girl who would just ramble for like hours, and I sat next to her all day, and she would just talk all the time.
Tell me about your setup. How are you?
Desks of 3. 1, 2, 3. I was middle desk. She was left. Someone was on my right. Yeah.
Okay. Just open. There's nothing in between.
Yeah, and she'd just be talking to me like all the time.
Talking at you, or like is a proper conversation like you
about like random something, or let's say.
Are you looking at her?
No, she'll like turn to me and start talking, and then I'm
you are looking at the screen.
Yeah, I need to turn and look at her. That's a bit awkward. The other one is when the whole group have had a conversation, it's died, and she's still talking to herself, and no one's listening.
Oh, talking to herself, that's a tough one.
Yeah. So I understand that. The way I've done it is I've just said, "Listen, I need to get on with this. Sorry."
Wow, you're proper ruthless, man.
But I have to, man. I've been in this world for nearly 10 years, right? Working in an office. I understand.
Okay. So
there's rules of engagement.
I'm not as advanced as you. Clearly, I'm still quite polite, and I get really tense, man. And if somebody had a camera on me, I think they'd probably see that I'm starting sweating, like when I'm like,
sweating more than you do.
My patient's calling me, or like,
Oh, my beeper.
Yeah, which is
you don't have a beeper.
Yeah, my phone. Hello. हाँ पंजाब तो phone आ रहा है. Hello, हाँ जी. Hello. Right. Okay. So when you started the game, then, right, 10 years ago, how would you be then? Would you just
I just had to sit and listen.
Were you like, yeah, oh,
exactly?
Yeah. Ooh.
But that would feign interest, and eventually I'll start doing this. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I do. Like
your face. Your face is so sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I have to, man. I have to do that.
Wait. We've covered a few things there. Right. So when you're fake listening, so guys, this is a question to you as well. What are your go-to like sounds or like expressions? No, not the fake laugh. We'll do the fake laugh in a second. But
okay.
Are you the yeah? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, right. Really? That's one I use a lot. Sometimes I'm so deep into a conversation where I can't ask what the opening line was. As in, I haven't been following it. Like, I've zoned out, right?
Okay.
So then, there's a bit where you should react and you're supposed to be shocked. And so they say something and you're like, no, that happened. That really? Oh my god! No, oh wow. Okay, what's your go-to there?
I'll do this if it's on a Zoom call or work call like Teams.
No, forget Zoom call, man. Real life, man.
If it's real life and I'm sitting there listening, my attention span's short. You know this. If the conversation's dry, my head's thinking about other things.
Food. You mainly think about food.
No,
food,
I'm thinking about like
podcast.
I'm thinking about I'm like, okay.
Food, podcast, LeBron James.
Look,
that's
my head is just an amalgamation of memes and soundtracks and like sound effects and music and reels that live rent free in my head. That is it. That's all that goes on in my head. So when people were sitting there, have you seen in The Simpsons when Homer's like, when people are like, what's going on in Homer's head? And it's just like, it shows nothing.
Yeah.
Mine is like a merry-go-round of those things again and again and again and again, right? So I just go to that happy place. I'm like, oh, this is my happy place. Oh, I remember that clip. I'm going to go and find that after this. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I should really do that too. That's how I do. And then if they're talking to me and they're like, so they're asking for a reaction.
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm quite honest. I say, I'll be honest, man. I stopped listening a while ago. What?
Whoa, bro, you like super honest, man. You live dangerous life, man. You thought how like 007 nikal? No, this is why bro drives SLR, baby. You know what? That's why your Bibi mobile needs to be bulletproof, because you taking shots. You take shots at people, man.
I do, because I have to be honest, man. I can't just sit here and lie to you.
You're a proper kanjir. Because you know what the real question is? Do you know what the real question is? Listen, please just summarize. Oh my God. Well, can I have your closing remarks, please? Top 3 bullet points would be great. If you could just send me an email with the highlights, a newsletter would be great. Everything you want to say next week, if you just tell me in the newsletter so I don't have to speak to you ever again, that would be absolutely fantastic. Oh my God.
Oh,
You won, dark horse, man. Because you know what? You're the type of guy. Somebody's giving you stuff, like they're just talking shit at you. You find it no value, and you say, "Listen, guys, this is Indy's phrase, by the way. This is Indy's phrase. Listen, let's be honest. If you ever hear Indy start with this, something bad is coming. Like there is a cloud above your head, and it's full of rain and thunderclouds, and shit is about to come out this guy's mouth."
I said it in the earlier segment. Did you not hear me? I said it in the earlier segment.
What did you say?
I said, listen, let's be honest, right?
That's it. Listen.
You're not that great looking, bro. Like, chill, man.
Who you saying that about?
I said that about the guy from Matchmaker. I said,
Mr. 40. Mr. 40.
Right, let's be honest.
Right. Guys, if that ever starts as a prefix, just run, man, because your dill is about to be broken, right? Guys, let's be honest. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah. Yeah,
right. Right. That is Indy would say this to a person in the conversation, and they'd be in so much shock. What the bloody hell do you even say back to that? I think they'll be so scared to speak to you ever again, and therefore you achieve your outcome. You're like, winner. I don't think
they'll be scared. I think they'll be taken aback.
Fuck. Mate, do you know how many years of therapy they would need to uncondition and unpick that? You are Thanos with the click. You're just like, daily life finished.
You even said to me, said, Indy, you say stuff like this, but it's meant with no malice. And it's true. I say these things with no malice. I just say it because I'm like, listen, I'm just going to give you some honest feedback. It's not.
Okay. Wait. Let's give viewers a funny side story. So on the weekend, we're at yours, right? And
don't do this.
We're trying to watch the basketball, and Sanj is going through the channels, right? And the Sky Sports channels are there, and she's clicking on them one by one, and he's like, do you think it's really going to be a football? Football, yeah? You think it's really going to be a football? And bro, there's so much malice. There was so much malice there. And I was just there as neutral observer, and I was like, bloody hell, he's getting way too heated. And then,
do you know
obviously,
why?
You're hungry. You're hungry.
You're
clearly hungry.
No. This wasn't hunger. This was gussa, all right? I was like, listen, Sanj, the basketball is on. It's on Sky Sports Arena or Sky Sports Mix.
Right.
She's there like, oh, look, HD football. Oh, look, standard definition football. Oh, look, Sky Sports News. Oh, look, Sky Sports Golf. Let's try Formula One. And I'm thinking, stop it, man. Just go to the one that it is on. You're wasting my time. And each time you press it, it buffers and takes a few seconds to load, doesn't it? And I'm thinking, the third quarter's begun. I'm missing this historical game because of your ineptitude. Please just click the button, man. That's what I'm asking you. And then she did it. She's like, oh, it was this one. I said, yeah. Yeah, funny that.
You know, let's be honest, right? You don't know how to operate a remote. I don't know how you do your job. How are you my wife? Like, Indy just takes this.
Wait, I don't say any of that, man. Take that back.
It's all here in his head.
No,
it's
I'm
not
just
playing out.
I'm just sitting there thinking, this is why I do the channel selection because Sanj gets distracted with Charlie.
Oh god.
And she's sitting there like, this is fun. Ooh,
Indy's like,
fun.
oh,
In
no,
her head,
Indy's
it's
like,
all right.
this is why.
And me, I'm like, yo, come on, man. I got a channel to watch. Got a game to watch.
Indy's like, this is why we have gender roles. I will operate the remote. You are not able to operate the remote. It is designed for men to operate. Oh my god.
Nah, it's not that, man. I'm trying to. In fairness,
Yeah.
Sandra's been great at getting everything else ready to watch. It's just that she was like, "Oh, look at all these sports channels." I'm thinking this is time sensitive. It's live. Can you turn it on, please?
And just before that, me and Sanj both discovered like a whole series of channels. Remember the church channel we found?
Oh yeah.
So guys, if you don't know, on Indy's viewing device, there is basically live camera feeds into loads of churches. I don't know why. There's no service going on, but it's quite creepy. Like if you watch it, it's all like black and white, and you like some omen
night vision
scene
turned on.
Yeah, night vision omen scene.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we did this again just before putting on the basketball. It really infuriated Indy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
let's be honest, right?
Yeah, go on.
Let's be honest.
What do we start with? How do you end a conversation? Yeah.
Yeah. How do I end the conversation? I just have to be honest with him, man. That's virtually it. I'm not messing around when I say let's be honest. That's my go-to. Tell me yours. Tell me your mechanism and way of getting about this.
No, look, I think you've covered it all, bro. But basically, so if that person's talking to me, I generally tend to kind of turn away, do a bit of the listening and nodding, still say some comments that could pass as like meaningful words, but I'll start typing. And then I'll just start talking out loud about my patient. Oh, that came back. All right. Yeah, and I start narrating what I'm going to do. I should probably go and tell the patient that. Oh, I'll catch up later. That's never going to happen. I was like, I'm never seeing you again, mate, for another 4 weeks. And then we have the same conversation again. It's like bloody Doctor Strange. He goes, brrr. She goes back, he does the thing, right? I was like, oh, let's talk about Punjab again. I was like, bro, I haven't been in Punjab in a while. Bro, Punjab vich ki hunda? I was like, I don't know. Mainu ki pachi jana, news dekh la. What you did?
There's a fly that's buzzing around my head, man. It's doing my head in. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you batting Sanjo or something.
Jeez, man, relax, bro.
Yeah. So
hang on. When you're having these conversations about Punjab, what are you discussing?
He keeps asking me about like, how much Zameen family would have a couple of generations ago and how the land is diminishing.
So the tone of it's quite ducky.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I was like, this is sad.
He must be so happy whenever he sees someone come in who's like an elderly Punjabi person and be like, oh, hello, uncle, let's talk.
He's like, but ਮੇਰਾ ਲੱਤ ਦੁਖਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੱਤ ਛੱਡੋ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ that's the word ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ
ਹਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਜਾ ਮਿਲਣੇ. There you go.
Okay, man, you're talking about old Punjabi uncle and then you're talking about chirping with the Punjabi uncle. You're like, bro, no, uncle, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੀ Oh, Indy. So yeah. All right, next one. It's a good one. I don't know why this happens, but you know, like sometimes when you rock up to work, probably not the case for you because you public transport, but here in Birmingham, when we all come to the car park and we're all parking our cars, we're sitting in the garden. You know, sometimes people get there a bit early and they're having a Bluetooth conversation to the person in the car.
Yes.
Now, when you're the person in the car, you never ever think that anyone else can hear that conversation. It just
it's loud. It's loud.
Like you're outside the car.
You can hear it.
And I'm like, bro, and it's crystal clear. It's like the Gaddi somehow. Oh, did you lose a light? The light gone down?
No, it's fine.
Shindy, his light gone down. Huh, maybe I thought the light went down, but obviously it's not. It's just all in my head.
Okay.
Anyway, so you're in the Gaddi, right? And you can
hear crystal clear
the conversation. And I'm like, okay, this is a private conversation. I don't need to hear this. I'm not trying to listen, but I'm standing there. So you kind of have to listen to it, right? But how? What is this mechanism? Because it's not like the person in the Gaddi's put the volume on full. Like, I never put it on full. Or it's like when mom will pull up on the drive and she's speaking to Nani G, and I was like, I can hear it. Like, it's really clear. Why is that? What is the mechanism around?
No, the volume is full because in a car, the volume on a car setting is lower on the speaker of a phone. So you uchi it all the way to the top because you're trying to hear what they're saying because the signal on their end may not be perfect. So imagine if you're having 2 car conversations in 2 gaddiya, you're pushing it up because it's picking up a lot of background noise. And you're thinking, okay, this is a lot of noise. I need to push the volume up so I can hear them. But you don't think outside the car that's also getting out as well. So when you pulled up home, you're relatively clear. But because you still got the volume at that level, it's now leaking out the car. It's the exact same concept. It's the exact same concept as having like a having your music on full blast. It's the same thing.
Although, yeah, the thing with music is like I feel like the intention is that other people can hear it. Like you put it on loud, you want to be blasting your tunes and it like that. Although that's another funny thing, right? I like blasting tunes, but as I get older, if I'm blasting Punjabi tunes or whatever tunes, and we get to somewhere where the cars get slow and stop, and my windows are down, then I slightly feel a bit conscious now. Now I'm like,
oh, now you turn the volume down a bit.
I do that as well. Oh no.
It's called growing up. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, maybe they want to enjoy their music or conversation. I'm there like, AK7 doing this.
And I'm like, maybe I should turn down 47. Sorry,
yeah. I was like, these guys are gonna scare me. I think I'm playing some weird like terrorist songs or something. But do you know what I mean?
I think people should be more self-aware of that, but no one really thinks about it. They think, oh, everyone else, I can hear everyone else's, but that doesn't happen to me. It does. I pulled up to yours once and I've heard your mum on the phone to someone. I was like, I don't want to hear this. I walked straight into your house. I was like, I can't do this. This is invasion of my privacy, man. No, I'm going inside.
So there you go. Those are my questions. You got any questions?
I have one, but we're short on time and it's not that great. So we can skip to next.
You're going to save it? Okay.
All right.
Lovely.
Next segment. Karan, what's happening, doctor? Tell me everything. What's going on?
I'll tell you what, man. Watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Acha.
Good film. When I got into this franchise, didn't know what to expect. I was like, these random dudes. It's not Tony. Remember, this is back in like phase 3,
phase 1, 2.
Like, yeah, it's early days, right? And I watched the first one. I was like, this film is actually really funny. It's lit. Number 2 wasn't that good. Number 3, you haven't watched it yet, but it basically a lot of the stories about Rocket and his backstory, his origin story. Rocket's a really nice character. But I tell you what, man, across the whole series of these films, Drax, played by Dave Bautista, is the funniest character. His one-liners just kill, man.
But he's even said he's happy to not be doing that role.
I know, it's his last one, yeah, which is
fair. I understand that, because when you're trapped in that role for so long, it's a bit like how Hermione was in Harry Potter. She was only known for that. And I remember as soon as Harry Potter was done, she like cut her hair really short. And everyone said, why did she do that? Because she had to have her hair long, going by the contract of what happened in Harry Potter. So I think it's like it's a relief for some actors.
Yeah, and also Daniel Radcliffe. He's done a lot of different independent films. Born in Black being one of them. To try and be like, okay, there's Harry, and then there's everything else I do. So fair play. But yeah, good, really, really good. Did that. Obviously, we hung out on the weekend. That was fun. We played some ping pong. That was good. Some ping pong.
We did.
Yeah.
You and Sanj ganged up on me, didn't you? Hey?
Yeah, we talked about this though. We did talk about this. In that scenario, as a 3, you would find it weird if I picked on Sanj. Sanj would find it weird if she picked on me. So we both had to pick on you because you're the common.
Why can't everyone just play for themselves? How about that?
How do you play for yourself? Sorry, in that game, Killer. Guys, you're playing Killer Ping Pong.
Play for yourself. You aim to take out the other people.
Yeah, so we took you out, and then when we had to take each other out, we took each other out.
Yeah, but you kept on knocking me off first. It was a bit like, okay, this is shit, right? I kept on getting eliminated first. And I was like, what's going on? Then you were like, try and gang up on, me and you gang up on Sanj. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to be part of the problem.
Right, you see that? I offered it to you.
I don't want to be a part of the problem. Okay, I'm not that. I am better than this.
So what did you want? I didn't know what you want then in that situation.
To play fair.
What is fair then? So each go, you're like, I'll go for the other person this time, and then the other person this time.
No, you can have some tactics. I understand that, but
not
consciously. Both of you like, right? That's what you were doing. Yeah.
Finish him.
God.
It was good though.
Not cool, man. Not cool. Guys, I recommend it. Go to Bounce in London and you can play different games. You don't have to be good at table tennis either. It's just, imagine beer pong.
It is very good.
on a table tennis table and you just throw it at a little light that lights up with another person's name. If you land it, you take a life off them. That's it. It's a lot of fun, but you only get it for an hour. So regardless of how good you are at ping pong or table tennis, whatever you want to call it, do go and do it. It's a lot of fun.
And before that, we went to eat some food, and Indy unknowingly did an impression of the person who was serving us, who clearly wasn't from England, and that was really funny. It was really funny though. Me and Sanj had this look where we looked at each other, like, did he just do that? And then the beauty of it was like Indy had no.
I had no clue I was doing it.
Yeah. the guy had a bit of like an accent, a bit of like a Borat accent, and
bit of a what accent?
Borat accent. And hey guys, you enjoying the food, and stuff. And then
but do you remember how he gave me no? I'm not justifying my actions, but do you remember how he gave me no value? It's the question I asked.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to that. So Indy wanted to know. Indy is one of those guys, and we should save this as a question about. Because I asked you this question that day, but Indy wanted to know about this particular burger, right? And you asked a good question, like open question. How's this burger? One of the beef burgers, right? The guy was like, yes, and then he read out the name of the burger. Yes, burger. It has beef, and people order it. Like literally, that was the value. And he's like, take that one.
No. He said it's quite popular. I said, all right.
Joby. And Indy was like, validation, Tiga, I'm gonna have it.
Done.
Fine. So you felt devalued, and then I think you had ordered. Basically, you'd done something. You're talking about how you'd ordered for everyone or whatever, or you got the drinks or whatever, something like that. And you were like, "Yes, I look after everybody." Something
That's
like
what
that.
I did. Yeah.
We were like, "What?"
Do you know why I did that? It was AK Amazing, where he said like, "But me, I like everybody."
What are you doing?
Oh, what's happened now?
Oh God, Siri, be quiet.
I don't know what you've done.
Okay, you don't have an okay. Bloody hell! Sorry, I'm back now. Now carry
what
on.
Happened?
Siri just muted you, and she was talking.
Oh, lovely. That was super helpful.
Yes,
anyway,
sorry.
Karan, it was because AK Amazing does that, and in one of his videos he goes, "But me, I like everybody," and I was like, "Yeah, I was doing the same thing because I told you my head is just memes and little quotes." And I was like, I like that one. Let me use that one right now.
You've had a lot of time to think about that because it's not what you said to us that day. If that
no,
really
bro,
was the
that's
case,
exactly how it went.
If I'm going to get Sanj on this, if that really was the case, you would have said, "Guys, this is what I was actually doing." Nothing. You had zero comeback, bro.
No,
zero.
I sat there laughing because I was mortified at the fact that I did it. I didn't think I need to justify it. Now I can tell you the real reason. Sidney Gal, swear on my life. That's why I did it.
Okay, all right. I can make a case for that. Then, guys, later on into the meal, Singh Saab here, Sangh of CSK, wanted 3 glasses of pani. Not a problem. Just basic tap water, right? Lady kindly brings us a jug of pani.
No, it was a big ass jug, bro.
Okay, it's jug of pani though. It's decanter, whatever it is.
It was
it's
huge.
enough.
No, I need people to understand, man. It was like the size of this big, right?
Oh, honey, what's the glass? And you brought the whole pint of that pani from the coup. And his reaction is so funny. I was like,
I didn't say that. I said, whoa, I didn't ask for that much, but all right, cool. I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. That's what I said. That's how I said it.
You know what? You're playing it so cool, yeah. But again, objectively, me and Sandra watching you do it, and we're just like, yo, this dude, man. He's killer, man. Let's be honest, yeah. I clearly didn't want that amount of money. Let's be honest, bro. You can't speak English. You're a killer.
I didn't do any
You
of those
are a
things,
killer, man. Do you know what? You should live roast people, and we have like some sort of hidden
I'm
camera.
not that good at roasting people. This is what you don't understand.
No.
I subjectively feel bad after I do stuff like this. I think, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. No, okay. So then we wouldn't tell you you're roasting people. We'd just follow you, and you just have normal conversations, but you'd end up roasting them. And then we'd get it on camera. You're so good at it. You're so good. Like I said, when we have our live show...
If you told me to try, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Exactly.
You understand that, right? I wouldn't be able to do it.
I wouldn't tell you. We just have a hidden camera.
And this is where we sat there and said, shit, am I the Carl Pilkington of the group? I hope not.
Hope not.
Yeah, I hope not.
When we have a live show, you can roast some people if you want.
Don't think I want to, mate. Be honest.
Let's be honest, right?
Be honest, I don't think I want to, mate.
Yeah, and if you don't, then Budley can just roast him because
he happily will.
He's got comments for days, man.
Bal will make people cry, and I don't want people to cry.
Yeah. At the show, you'll be like, but you know what Bal would do? Bal would look at someone in the show and be like, "You're that guy who made that comment." He would be able to know.
He'd be able to identify.
You're that silly sod right there.
Yeah. You're gonna sit there and be a what was it, a whiny sod? I think he said
Whiny
to someone.
sod is like, you can just leave right now then. It's so
Yeah, he
good.
said, well, if you're going to sit there and be a whiny sod, you can piss off then. Right?
Oh, it's just so the best
hell.
comment today. The best comment today.
Oh, jeez. There we go. Okay,
that's
is
that.
that your what's happening?
Well, just that, and LeBron and Steph, man, it's a big week. A big
It was,
week.
man, it was. I woke up for that game, so that's a good segue into mine, man. I woke up for game 1 of the Lakers at 4:30 in the morning to watch it.
Right,
I watched the
right.
second half. It was the
Okay.
best second half I'd ever watched
I saw
of
the
any
highlights.
basketball game. It was
Amazing.
so tense. And I went to bed at 10 to 6 and
Right.
woke up again at 7 to go to work. And I thought, is this training for parenthood? Anyway, it was exhausting because I woke up the next day feeling a bit off. And then come 8, 9 o'clock, I was falling asleep on the sofa, and I don't fall asleep like this. I was doing this.
Please let me go.
Yeah, honestly. And I've got to do it again tonight for game 2. Same on Saturday night for game 3. I'm doing it every game, because this is the end of the era. I don't think Steph and LeBron are ever going to match up in this way ever again. So, and the Warriors, how they are as well. So it's going to be the end of this era, and I gotta see it, man. I have to.
No, this is the giants of the game, man. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
I got to do it.
4-4.
What is sleep? You can sleep when you die in it. There you go.
What is sleep? Oh, but let's be honest.
There you go.
That's going on your that's going on
Really
your
sleep.
t-shirt, bro.
you
That's
go.
an indie phrase.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, anybody else who is staying up for the playoffs, please message beneath with any recommendations you have. I've been told to go to bed at 10 o'clock and wake up at 4. I might try doing that. However, not going to happen tonight, is it? It's fucking 9:30 and I got shit to do and I got to unwind. It's going to be 11-8 one. I can feel it already.
Yes. Let's be
Yes.
honest. Okay.
There you go. Karan,
And that's
anything
that.
to add?
No, very happy. So
Sweet. Very
yeah.
quick. What's happening? People, we will catch you next
On
week.
the flippity flip.
Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all the funny things, and drop that like because we need it for the algorithm to grease the YouTube pipelines of distribution and discovery. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here, and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.